the weekend's upon us, and with a few exceptions, a lot of us are going to see a lot of dry weather over the next couple of days. In fact, this dry spell has been going on for quite some time, particularly across the southern half of the UK. It's been virtually a dry month so far. There was some rain over the first 2 or 3 days, but since then, I've circled today in red. It's been dry all the while, and for the next several days as well. You can see the theme is for more dry and at times quite sunny weather. What happens after that? Well, stay tuned. I'll talk about that at the end of the broadcast. But in the short term, yes, plenty of fine weather to come, courtesy of high pressure. There are some exceptions around the periphery of that high. It's not quite so straightforward. For example, across the far southwest of England for a time on Saturday, 1 or 2 showers, the Channel Islands included, and a stiff old wind across the southern half of the UK, and that really will make a difference to the feel of the weather, particularly if you are exposed to that wind coming in off the North Sea. Eastern coastal areas seeing temperatures pegged back at 8 or 9 degrees, feeling distinctly raw, I would imagine, and a strong old wind across the southern coastal areas as well. Choppy out to sea for sure, and if you are heading to the coast, then wear something which is warm, because in the wind, particularly out of the sun, it will feel quite chilly, but in the sunshine and out of the breeze, pleasant enough, and with a lot of sunshine across the UK, temperatures of the low to mid-teens should feel okay, I would imagine. Now, as we go to the evening, we'll see increasing cloud actually across eastern parts of Scotland, northeast England. And then we're going to see some outbreaks of rain developing, showery rain. But this is a slight change to the story compared with what we were saying earlier on. It does look as if some places will turn a bit damp for a time on Sunday. It won't be raining all the while, but the more central and eastern areas will feel the effect of that. The best of the sunshine, the best of the temperatures further southwest, 14, possibly 15 degrees. But there's still a lot of dry weather through this weekend. And that's, again, because high pressure is close by. As we look towards the early parts of next week, that high looks like slipping down across the country again. That should have 2 effects, really. It should push the rain out of the way, and also it means the winds will tend to die down across southern areas. So probably feeling a little bit more comfortable here. Best of the sunshine again, and the best of the temperatures across western areas. And it's a similar story for the next couple of days, really. Always a chance of more cloud feeding in off the North Sea into some eastern areas, so somewhat cooler at times here, particularly along the coast. But head westwards in the sunshine. It should feel very pleasant indeed. By the middle of the week, it looks as if that high is going to begin to retreat back westwards a little bit. It won't make too much of a difference to the weather in the short term. Still a lot of dry weather through midweek. Again, probably the best of the sunshine out west, a bit more cloud further east, but in any sunshine, it should feel fairly pleasant, and hopefully the winds shouldn't be too strong. Now then, this is the big picture with the high pressure there, because the jet stream has taken a diversion northwards, and that's allowed that high to stay put for some considerable time, as we've seen. But by the end of the week, it looks as if the jet stream might begin to dive southwards. That's going to push the high westwards, and there are hints that low pressure might begin to have more influence by next weekend. Still some uncertainty, a long way off, but the signs are it'll turn cooler, with a freshening wind and the prospect of some rain by next weekend. Thomas Schaffnacker will give you an update again tomorrow.